Welcome to Hear Me Out, the show where presenters are shown slides they've never seen before and have to make a coherent presentation.
What on earth is possibly more joyful than those jumping sticks from when we were kids, right? Like, how fun and playful was it to get up on one of those, see how long you could last, compete with your friends, right? And just experience the pure thrill, excitement, and that bit of adrenaline of like knowing you are balancing your entire body on just one little stick and you're bouncing up and down, you're moving around, right? That, I think, is an energy that we have as children that we lose as adults. But I am going to go through today examples where I think that energy still exists, and I invite you to really reconnect with by using these examples as reminders, right? So who else, right, when you think of like what else in the world has that energy? A puppy also is a perfect example, right, of that like being that contains that joy, that thrill, that excitement, right? The way that they run after a stick, bring it back, jump, play, are so loose and free with themselves. I think if you are ever feeling really stuck or really rigid, like go get a puppy, go spend some time with a puppy, like whatever it is, just be around a puppy, watch some puppy videos on YouTube, whatever you gotta do. But I think we really like just think how you can move like a puppy, right? Like walk around your house like a puppy, right? Like embody that energy in every sense of the word. Bark if you have to, but to really feel and bring that energy back into yourself, that you've maybe lost since you've grown up and become an adult. And, what else kind of has like the surprise excitement, right? You can get that little bit of thrill. You might not think that it does, but a cup of tea where you don't know what the tea is and you don't know what spice might hit the back of your throat, what flavor profile you're going to be experiencing in that moment, that can get you that little bit of thrill, right? So ask someone, you live with some roommates, maybe with a partner, right? Some family members, ask someone to make you a cup of tea and you can't know what it is. Or if you don't live with anyone, go to a coffee shop, right? And order something, just say, surprise me. Right, and sit and experience what is that thrill right before you take a first sip and you don't know what you're going to be drinking, right? How that thrill, that little bit of adrenaline seeks in and how it feels, right, to take that in. And, also think about like where are physical spaces you can go to, right? Like think of like those clubs where the walls are just covered in stickers. You can't even see the original wall, right? Like those places that have that underground adventure feeling to them. Go, right, to wherever, locally that is for you and experience the adventure, the thrill of going somewhere that you've never gone before and kind of seeing how many people have been there before you. And so how much energy is infused into that space from all of the souls who have passed along those walls, right? And also, I think if you're really feeling like none of these tricks have been working for you, I really recommend grabbing a couple of friends, right? Going to a field out in the middle of nowhere and just yelling your heart out, right? Sometimes, in order to access energy, we first have to release it. And the best way to release energy is yelling. And you could yell in your house, but your neighbors might hear you, so you might not yell at your fullest, right? And so you're not actually going to release that energy. So you need to go somewhere where you can yell from your toes, right? It's traveling all the way up, right? That's how deep it's coming from within you. So that's why I recommend a field in the middle of nowhere, and it's kind of a fun thing to do with friends. You can also do this activity solo, right? No pressure. There is nothing wrong, right, with spending time by yourself. There's nothing wrong with doing any of these activities that I've laid out today, right, by yourself. That can absolutely, reconnect you with that energy. But if you're feeling like in order to, really embody that playfulness, you want to have some other people there, that's absolutely fine. But it's important to remember that when you're feeling the mundaneness, right, of just existing, and you have lost the pure joy of being on one of those jumping sticks, right, and your life has lost the thrill and the excitement, And all you want to do is just give the whole world a big middle finger and kind of say, fuck you, I don't like existing right now. You need to find that spark again, right? You need to find that thrill for being alive. And so those are my tips and tricks, right, for what to do when you're feeling just what it is to live a mundane life and how to add more thrill and adventure back in. Next week, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Next week's video is going to be a real fun surprise.